Getting a 3D printer easily has been one of my funnest investments so far. But that naturally leads me to the question, which filaments have actually been my most useful? And more specifically, if I could only choose 3 filaments, which ones would they be? Well, I've tested a wide range of materials over the time, and based on my real world use, these 3 filaments are the ones that matter most to me. Number 1, PLA. Most projects simply don't need extreme strength or exotic material. Things like boxes, holders, and general components benefit far more from fast, clean, reliable printing than from raw strength. My go-to PLA is Sunlu's Black PLA. At around 13 euros per kilogram, it's hard to beat. What really sets it apart is how consistently clean it prints. It's inexpensive, predictable, and produces good-looking parts with minimal effort. Sunlu's PLA is what's in my printer most of the time. Number 2, TPU. Not every project should be rigid, but sometimes you actually need flexibility. A good example is how I store my camera lenses. They sit in a 3D printed foam insert inside my drawer, and if the parts were made from hard plastic, it could easily scratch the lenses. But with this soft material, the lenses are protected, even when the drawer slides back and forward. For this, my favorite filament is Vario Shore TPU. What makes this TPU special is that you can control the flexibility through printing temperature. Printed at 200 degrees Celsius, its shore hardness is roughly 92A. But printed at 250 degrees Celsius, it foams up internally and softens to a 55A, which means it's super soft. The transition is gradual and very predictable, so you can fine-tune the temperature and get exactly the flexibility you need for each project. I haven't found another TPU that is this soft, down to shore hardness of 55A, while still being relatively easy, clean, and hassle-free to print. Whether I need something slightly flexible or very soft and foamy, Vario Shore is my first choice. The only downside to this material is that it has a high price at over 60 euro per kilogram. Last but not least, number 3. PET CF. I've been searching for the optimal engineering filament for a while, tested many different ones. I don't like the smelly ones or the ones that are super sensitive to moisture. Sometimes PLA and PETG simply isn't enough. If you need parts that support real loads or even body weights, you sometimes need something stronger. This is where carbon fiber reinforced PET, not PETG, but PET, comes into play. For the last year, I've had a PET CF chair bolt holding my full body weight for over a year without any issues. It hasn't broken, no problem. I also use it for fine details. Detailed parts like my eyeglasses frames, where strength and precision both matter. And the major advantage for me is that it does not smell while printing. It's on the same level as PLA, which is very important to me since I work around my printers. One of the strongest affordable filaments I've used so far at $47. Now let's get a second opinion. My girlfriend has tested all of these filaments as well, and she'll quickly tell you what her favorites of the bunch were.
I agree with all the ones you've already mentioned. However, I would go for more aesthetic filaments since that's the purpose I use it for. And my top 3 favorites would be the PLA Basic, PETCF, and the PLA Mixed Media. PLA Basic is very easy to use. You can buy them in various finishes and colors. PETCF does exactly what it promises, which is provide strength to the prints so it can be used for some really heavy-duty designs like replacement parts or shelf brackets. For PLA Mixed Media, I would like to mention that recently I've been using PLA Wood from Bamboo Labs, and it is a very interesting filament. It is sturdy, has a night matte finish which looks like wood from a distance, and is available in a lot of colors. I am currently using a black walnut and a white oak, and I really tend to enjoy them. I printed with this filament in different scales and it did not fail me. For this stack game, for example, I used PLA wood for the stand. I also print some scale furniture for my projects. It is a 1:50 bed and it sticks perfectly with the white basic PLA. This filament is grainy like wood, which gives it a very nice matte finish. So I definitely recommend this one. And those would be my top 3. Thanks for having me here.
If you have any questions, drop them in comments below. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.